The NCAA formed in the early 1900s and began offering national championships for men's collegiate sports teams in 1921. The Association for Intercollegiate Athletics for Women was formed in 1971 to host national championships for women. The AIAW offered 41 championships for intercollegiate women across 3 competitive divisions in 19 different sports. After women's sports garnered their first television contract, the NCAA membership orchestrated a hostile takeover of the AIAW by voting at the 1981 convention to offer NCAA women's championships, which essentially put the AIAW out of business in 1983. Owing to this merger, opportunities for women dramatically decreased in the number of championship sports offered for female participants by the NCAA. The percentage of women student athletes has decreased drastically because of this. Federal laws in the United States, such as Title IX and Title VII, require equal access and opportunity for women in education and employment. No person in the United States shall, on the basis of sex, be excluded from participation in, be denied the benefits of, or be subject to discrimination under any educational program or activity receiving federal financial assistance. Title IX of the Educational Amendments of 1972 to the 1964 Civil Rights Act. The Equity in Athletics Disclosure Act of 1994 made it mandatory for colleges receiving federal funds to make all gender equality information about their athletic programs publicly available. An athletics program can be considered gender equitable when the participants in both the men's and women's sports programs would accept as fair and equitable the overall program of the other gender, NCAA. A few examples and facts of gender not being equal. Bonnie Henriksen, who coached the University of Kansas women's basketball team until last season, earned $505,000. Her men's team counterpart, Bill Self, will make close to $5 million this season, pre-bonuses. The raw data that does exist demonstrates just how glaring some of the gender-based gaps in pay and prestige are. As pointed out on data guru Nate Silver's 538.com recently, unfortunately, the beauty and breadth of sports data don't yet extend to women. The current gender pay gap among college coaches is one of the worst in society. Aside from tennis, women's athletics are widely viewed as an inferior product among the country's main sports and thus often disregarded. Duke University pays its men's basketball coach, Mike Krzyzewski, nearly $10 million per year. Meanwhile, Duke pays its women's basketball coach, Joanne McCallie, somewhere in the ballpark of $729,991. Many NCAA members implicitly endorse a WNBA minimum age rule that requires women's college basketball players to delay their pro hoops dreams longer than men. U.S. Department of Education indicates that from 2003 to 2010, the average pay of NCAA Division I men's team coaches increased by 67%, whereas the average pay for NCAA Division I women's team coaches increased just 16%. The pay gap isn't just large, it's widening. There are also disproportionately few women in important athletic director positions. After hearing all of this valuable information, go sign our petition, Gender Inequality in Collegiate Sports. Click the link in the description and then the red button that says sign. Thank you for your support.